I know, I'm terrible. I didn't make the shirts yet. And I didn't let you guys know that I was coming on live and all of the things and all the bits and bobs and the things and the bits and the things, which is probably why I left in the first place. So many extra bits and bobs and things to do and things to say and do the thing and let the thing and do the ping and all the little bits and bobs and let everyone know what you're doing. It's such a fuss. Jesus, it's such a fuss. I should probably stop saying that. I apologize. Do not like to use the Lord's name in vain. I'm just trying to pick out some music. So whilst you guys are making your way in, hello to the person who's here already. Can I get a thumbs up? You might as well. You're the only one here. No? How terribly miserly of you. Well, thank you for stalking anyway. Got a reading for an Aquarius. Are you an Aquarius? I bet you're probably not. Let's get some music. Let's clear the stalker energy out of the place. Gonna need more than a bit of smoky for that. So, let me do the thingy. You can say hello, you know, it's alright. One question for one card at PayPal. Ruby reads tarot. Yay! Oh, that's not me. Oh, how annoying. I did it wrong. We have to do it again. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. Where down right now? Now, are we ready to start? Let's see. Is that right? Yes, it is. Pin that there, Aquarius. Welcome. If you're not an Aquarius, you don't have to be for this reading to resonate. I do have a reading for the month of March, however. It is also one question, one card. 1111 at PayPal Ruby Reads Tarot. Can I get a thumbs up from everyone that's in the house? It just lets people know that I'm here. So yeah, do hit the thumbs up button, guys. Let's get a reading for the sign of Aquarius for the month of March 2021. Let's get a reading. If I see some thumbs up, I will do a reading for Virgo later on, but that's if I see some thumbs up. Let's get some cards for the sign of Aquarius for the month of March 2021. Welcome to everyone. I hope Michael Davis in the house. Hello, good afternoon, Miss Ruby. Aquarius rising Virgo here. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Well, thank you, Michael. I certainly am. I hope you're having a beautiful day too. Love to know that the Virgo energy is in the house. If we have any other Virgos, please put your hands up. Let me know where you're watching from. Remember, guys, you are more than welcome to have a chat in the chat box. Get friendly with each other. Spread the love, yeah? That's what we're here for. Lots and lots of love. So let's get some wonderful messages for the wonderful sign of Aquarius for the month of March 2021. Remember, guys, it's one question, one card, 1111 at PayPal Ruby Reads Tarot. So have your questions ready. Let's get a good shuffle in for the sign of Aquarius for the month of March 2021. Aquarius, 5 of Wands energy. A lot of excessive energy around you at the moment. I think perhaps a possibility of energy of conflict or frustration. A little bit like live wire energy. Be very careful with your own energies. There is currently a lot of planets that are in your sign. Just after 9 a.m. here, working on the garden today. Lovely, nice one. I'll be doing that this weekend, Michael. Okay, right, so bit of conflict energy, bit of energy of you might needing to be a little bit careful about the live wires that are around you at the moment. It is juvenile energy. It is sort of going for it unnecessarily. It is the energy of too many chefs in the kitchen. It's almost a little bit too on top of each other. And it can be a little bit frustrating in the month of March. Let's get some more messages for the sign of Aquarius. Aquarius, thank you for joining me. Remember, you don't have to be an Aquarius for this message to resonate. Can I get some more thumbs up buttons? Thumbs up. Tongue-tied there. Can I get some more people hitting that thumbs up button? It means that you guys get notified about these videos and they get out to you. Let's get some more messages for the sign of Aquarius. Very definite messages there. What we got? We've got the Death card, Aquarius. We've got the Strength card, we've got the Hierophant. We have the World card and we have the 10 of Pentacles. Lovely messages there, bottom of the deck, 7 of Wands. This sounds a bit familiar. Who else had this mix, this trio? 5 of Wands, 7 of Wands, the Death card. Popular cards for the month of March. Definitely new beginnings. Definitely new starts. Definitely energy of clearing out the old and inviting in the new. There is definite air of rebirth, new beginnings, new starts here for you, Aquarius. A lot of family contentment. The Death card, Scorpio energy. This is very much the closing out of cycles. This is the end of something being done, finished, over with, completed, just ready to start a new cycle, and very, very ready to rebloom, rebirth, regrow. The need to move on perhaps from a cycle which involved a lot of bickering, quite heavy conflict energy. A new cycle's beginning. A new dawn has begun. It's certainly a new day, Aquarius, and it's up to you to embrace the fact that so much has changed, and you might be feeling completely different to what you were perhaps, around your birthday time. Pisces season is the ending of a cycle. After Pisces season, we go into Aries, which is the beginning of a new cycle. There is an element of delirium and frenzy to the closing out of the Piscean cycle. We're actually coming out of the age of Pisces and now moving into the age of Aquarius. And there is still that Neptunian influence. And I feel with you having all of the major planets in your sign at the moment, Aquarius, the initiative of creating a new beginning, the initiative of the magical process attributed to having all of this Saturn, Jupiter, Pluto, even energy in your sign. There's a need for you to perhaps express yourself more animatedly. And there is a need for a truth, like an ardent, even perhaps animated version of closing out a certain cycle and really jumping into this new phase and accepting that, right, there is a new route, a new voyage, a new journey that you can take within the discovery of self. The World card for me is an invitation for you to channel into different aspects of yourself that might have been flagging over the winter time. So a need for you to highlight your courage, highlight your focus, highlight your self-care, highlight your communication, and just time. I think I would use this time to really focus quite heavily on what it is that feels good and really kind of push through in that direction. The end of a cycle for sure, the end of some conflict, and being really aware of the effect that certain conflict has had on your health, perhaps. Embracing the fact that there is a new cycle, embracing the fact that there needs to be a redoing of your image, even perhaps the way that you've been thinking about certain things, the way that you've been feeling. Strength card is asking you for a bit of courage and a bit of a internal audit. It's asking, yes, for courage for sure, and a bit of strength in this time. And it is going to be that energy of Jupiter, Saturn, and all of these planets that are in your sign at the moment are really bringing a lot of courage into your demeanor, the understanding and the acknowledging how there is a shift taking place, and it's quite a powerful one, and it might involve needing the best bits of you. And you might feel like you have to put it on, and it might feel like a show, and you might feel a bit unsure about your footing right now. But I think the strength really is in acknowledging that if you are to really master some inner demons right now, if you're really looking to overcome the beast, you'll find that the Hierophant, it leads you, Taurian energy, to a higher knowledge. It leads you to navigating the difficulties of the season. And I don't think that there is much once you've decided how you're categorizing and dealing with the conflict. Hierophant card is a card, I don't know if you got there. There we go. Hierophant card is definitely the card of higher knowledge. It is seeking higher wisdom. It is religion as well as spirituality. It is a connection with the divine. It is being well versed in what's taking place in the realms outside of the earth. It is channeling in information, higher knowledge. It is being very susceptible to divine knowledge at this moment. He's holding a scepter here, which always looks to me like an antenna. And it's almost like a cue when this card comes up for you to perhaps readjust the tuning on your antenna and just see how you've been downloading messages at the moment, how things have been coming through to you at the moment. Are you tuned in? There might be a need for you to tune in. Mastering those demons, huh? Getting really into the truth of this Aquarius, this age of Aquarius. The need for courage, the need for accepting a new cycle, the need for closing out certain cycles that may have involved a lot of conflict, because it might not have necessarily bode well to your health, bode well to your peace of mind. In the month of March, you are being asked to channel into source, something above us, something outside of the box, something beyond the mundane that we see in these realms. Push yourself outside into the astral a little bit, I think. There's a few messages that want to make their way to you. If Aquarius, you can focus. Naturally, inherently, in the month of March, Aquarius, your energy is one of abundance. It's one of support from family. It's one of being a supportive family member, contributing. Every pentacle here, a process of teamwork, of working together, the tapestry, the intricacies, and your part in something, and how you might even be the conductor of the tying in of this rather abundant tapestry. It seems quite well placed on your shoulders in this month. I think you'll carry out with no problem. There's an inherent amount of spirituality, religiousness, creating a connection with the higher above, tied into your personal power and your strength. You're seeking answers, you're seeking the codes, you're seeking the mastery. This is self-mastery in a whole different level. This is taking courage and just taking it to a whole different realm. I feel with the Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck, there is a slight energy of being a bit unsure of your footing. Oh, is that a Leo in the house? Hi, Hipster Reader. Welcome, Coburn. Good to see you, my friend. I hope you've been well. Ace of Pentacles, just casually. Can I get a thumbs up for those willing to receive that Ace of Pentacles? There is abundance here, Aquarius. A lot of money, a lot of tangible in the sign of Pisces season. A lot of abundance here. Yep, hit that thumbs up. A lot of abundance here, Aquarius. A lot of money that you kind of walk into. Gifts, tokens, remunerations, I want to say. It's almost as if you're being patronized. Inheritance. Wealth. This is wealth. This is family wealth. This is creating wealth. Wealth with longevity, you know? The long-lasting kind of wealth. This is also a gift of abundance. This could be the abundance of the good fortune in family, just like a phase of really nice, easygoing energy. A lot of money surrounding you at the moment, a lot of abundance. This could naturally be enjoying the fruits of this time. Make sure you're getting your fruits, eating your fruits. David M, welcome, welcome. Let's have another message for the sign of Aquarius for the month of March 2021. It's going to be a really good month, Aquarius. Full of decisions, full of directions, full of choices, full of opportunities for you to really take the higher road, for you to really get in line with the fact that there's a real spiritual calling that you're going through, like you're being called to channel and tune in and finely tune yourself, because there are downloads that must come through you in order to, you know, these are messages that must get to other people. And there is an element of self-control and self-mastery and mastering the inner demons, the inner beast, really taming the inner beast. Heavy emphasis on new beginnings, rebirth, coming anew. Scorpio energy and conflict with the Scorpio or the scorpionic energy that leads to some need for a new birth, a new direction that must be taken. Okay. 5 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, the 6 of Cups, and the bottom of the deck was the 2 of Pentacles. It's time to get off the hamster wheel. I don't know how much more I can stress the fact that this new cycle needs to begin. There is the need for climbing off of this hamster wheel and being really quite cognizant of the fact that certain battles you've already won, and you kind of need to pick at this point. Is it worth me going over the same battle, or having already known I've won, having already known I've collected from it everything I need, having already mastered this lesson? So this sleepless nights, this nostalgia, this yearning for something that needed change or needs to implement change, because there's far too much conflict energy that needs to be moved on from. It's part and parcel to a lot of these stresses. 9 of Swords is mental clutter. It's the effort that one must make in a solo effort to overcome really just at this point petty annoyances. There's a cycle that needs to be moved on from, because it's, frankly speaking, 9 of Swords is toxic energy. It's toxic energy that you've put yourself in, Aquarius. Nostalgia, reminiscing about the past, yearning for the yonder gone, is where I think there is some sort of financial abundance or some sort of financial opportunity available. It is one that will keep you on a cyclical loop, however, and I think that it is not necessarily in your best favor to repeat a lesson just because you miss it, or just because there is the potential of something big, or the potential of, basically. This is what I'm looking at. This is the potential of. Pat Anderson in the house. Welcome, welcome. It's not conducive to this by any means whatsoever. You yearning over the past, you thinking by going back to what was, it's going to be anything bigger than this Two of Pentacles and this Page of Pentacles. You already know how that cycle ends, and it ends on you being very much on the will, doing the same thing. And I know this phase with quite a lot of internal conflict and the real need to change. Something has to give, Aquarius, at this point. The conflict kind of needs to be managed. It needs to be tempered. It needs to be tapered. Either way, there's no room for it, because it's kind of holding you back from a very necessary evolution. And whatever this tie is to the past, it's got to be said, it's keeping you a little bit small. So the nostalgia, so that thing with, you know, defaulting to conflict, especially knowing you're on a real mountain of change at the moment, and you can actually really absorb this change fully. And if it means heading in a new direction within preset parameters, it's gonna involve a lot of that very intelligent Aquarius energy. But somehow I think if you are to shine your attention on the action at hand, or the matter at hand, and take action towards it, you'll find that it is easier this time around. Just because with the Ten of Pentacles being there, it's a lot of like really working with you kind of energy. It's the energy that supports you. It's supportive. And a lot of things get into their flow again with the World card. There's a lot of things that begin to flow again, things and cycles that begin to move again. But there's this need, a real need for self-mastery on your part. And it might even mean that you are forced to take a higher road this time around, because you know that the battle's just not worth it. You know you want to move beyond it now. And I think this is what the month of March is doing for you. It's really closing out cycles. It's really just being able this time around to commit to the change without being, and I think it would be me lying if I said that the pull from the past is going to be easy for you to override. And for some of you, I really hope it is. And the reluctance to go back and fall back on the way things were, it's going to be nipping at your ankles a little bit. And if you decide to move forward, completely clearing the slate, like completely wiping the slate clean, and seeing how lingering in that reminiscent energy is detrimental to your mental health with that Nine of Swords. $23 on the clock, 7 people in the house, 7 likes. Welcome everybody. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Friday. If you have any questions, it's one question, one card. 1111 at PayPal Ruby Reads Tarot. Let's get some questions. What does everyone plan for the weekend? Let's get some more messages for the sign of Aquarius for the month of March 2021. How's everyone liking these new formats? I'm loving them. Aquarius, the invitation. An offer of love, a message of love. You receiving or you giving. Either way, there's love in the air. You might be hearing about some good news. There is something emotionally, something that feels emotionally gratifying available to you. Channel into the energy, Aquarius. You might be hearing from old friends, old family members. You might be hearing from new friends that turn into family members. A time of being accepting and emotionally welcoming and emotionally open. So work on opening up that heart chakra. I said it to Capricorn yesterday, no, to Sagittarius 2 days ago, and I'm feeling it here also. The need to work on the heart chakra a little bit, because there seems to be invitations that you might want to give or you might want to receive, and the opening of any blockages or the clearing up of any blockages for communication to come in and out, especially where it comes to matters of the heart, needs to be open. The channels need to be open. So clear any blockages, work on clearing that heart chakra, work on opening it up. Messages that you hear of, a new direction, a new passion, a new obsession, a new thing in your life that's just kind of grabbed at your heartstrings, and it's just at you, 9 of Cups, into this new direction of self-contentment. There's a new something in town, Aquarius, a new obsession, a new fun, a new message, a new invitation, a new something that really is helping you fill up these cups. This could be Pisces, Scorpio energy, Cancer energy, a water sign, maybe a younger water sign around you, maybe. But it's pushing you in the direction of self-contentment. And it's making you feel better about yourself. It's making you do the things, you know? The things that one does when they've got their mojo back. This passage that you take, going from a real mania-filled, frenzy-filled, like, need for change from this conflict, to taking this passage, this rite of passage through this rebirth and awakening a lot of abundance within you, and learning, I think, at the end of the month, how a lot of that has meant letting go of a lot of real toxic, harsh energy around you, and addressing with a real open heart the abundance that currently surrounds you, and how 9 of Cups, your part, how you feel, your mood in all of this creation is kind of center stage. 27:07 on the clock, 7 people in the house, 7 likes. Welcome everybody. Oh, I think we're in a portal at the moment, and a lot of us are manifesting. So let's get some really good messages for the sign of Aquarius for the month of March 2021. Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining. I hope you've all been having a wonderful Friday so far. Remember to get outside, get some fresh air, get some vitamin D, some sunshine. Right, let's get some more messages for the sign of Aquarius for the month of March 2021. Remember, guys, it's 1 question, 1 card. 1111 at PayPal, Ruby Reads Tarot. Let's get some more messages for the sign of Aquarius for the month of March 2021. Real heavy focus on your personal contentment, Aquarius. The need to fill your own cups. And that 1 cup, that 1 invitation that comes in brings you your 10th cup. That's the 10 of Cups in the month of March. That's a lot of emotional contentment, a lot of emotional fulfillment. Let's get some more messages for the sign of Aquarius for the month of March 2021. Remember, guys, it's 1 question for 1 card, 1111 at PayPal, Ruby Reads Tarot. Let's get some more messages for the sign of Aquarius for the month of March 2021. Heavy water energy in the month of March for you, Aquarius. We've got this new moon tomorrow, and I feel like you'll be surrounded by invitations. I feel like there's messages of love. I feel like you're getting called, or you're calling. You're extending the invitation. You're reaching out to something new, someone that feels new. That's a definite message for you guys. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we've got Temperance card. Let's see what else we've got. Hermit card. Very popular energy at the moment. We've got the Tower. We've got 2 kings. Wow, Aquarius. We've got the King of Wands and the King of Cups. Okay. Let's see. Virgo energy strong here. Wisdom, soul seeking, self serving energy. Really being able to fill yourself up, knowing all the tricks, knowing what to do, knowing what it is that you need to give yourself. There is a need for you to give yourself at the moment. Take a cue from this Virgo energy. This Virgo full moon even would have cleared up a lot of things. It would have illuminated a lot of things. It would have really made a lot of things crystal clear for you, really illuminated them. And I think the Tower card might be conflict between you and Virgo. It doesn't need to be, but it might be, from the way I'm reading it, how your connection to yourself may have come down. This to me feels like a dark night of the soul. It really does feel like a dark night of the soul. It feels like you had gone through this passage, and you may have had the support of a Virgo or a Sagittarius, but there's been a need for you, Aquarius, to really shine that light internally on yourself and ask yourself where is it you might have needed to employ a bit more wisdom, a bit more pouring into your own cup, a bit more moderation, a bit more just really tempering yourself. The Tower card, foundations have come down. Your foundations have been shaken. Things have had to change around you. There has been a lot on your, without a doubt. And here you are in between these two energies, King of Wands energy. What have we got? The thing. Cancer wife and Cancer daughter. Oh wow, that's a lot of Cancerian energy. We've got this King of Cups energy here too. You're in this process of changing, Aquarius. And it's a lot of internal change, and it's a lot of self-work that you may have had to do on the self. May have involved tempering yourself, which may have involved self-illumination, seeking wisdom from within, real internal journeys. And now you're being presented by this water energy and by this fire energy, which come back to life. The Cancer energy is quite heavy with that King of Cups. There is a need for emotional intelligence. There is a need for rolling with the ebbs and waves, the rolls of life. Just riding the wave. Not being too fixed. Being really aware of the fact that with this Tower card, things are changing. You're changing. Big changes that are happening around you at the moment. And your confidence might need a revival with the King of Wands. King of Wands is help. Fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This could be you. These could be elements of you within your own chart. But a need for confidence, a need for courage, a need for tenacity, a need perhaps even for help, emotional help, feeling the need to speak to someone. These could be helpers offering emotional support, as well as just real masculine energy here, authoritative energy. Getting involved with art a little bit might help your soul at the moment, Aquarius. Courage, and the courage or the emotional intelligence you might need dealing with a fire sign, or the courage that you might need dealing with a Cancerian. Acknowledging that you've gone through something that's been really quite difficult on you, and just taking the time to prepare yourself to be more courageous and more emotionally intelligent by just balancing yourself out. Seeking from within. The Hermit seeks from within. His light, he is that light. The brightness of that light is entirely dependent on his temperance. How well he is taking care of himself. How much wisdom and how much leveling out and how much balancing is being taken place on his part. Him doing for himself, which means his light can shine like that. You'll be going on this journey that means that there'll be a lot of self-contentment and inner confidence that might not have been there for a while, Aquarius. Somehow through this little helper, this Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy, this invitation, whatever it is, you get a chance to be your conscientious self for sure. But you get to really look at yourself. Eight of Cups. And you might need to make yourself a promise to walk away from certain things. And what those things are, I mean, 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Might be how you have allowed yourself to get overburdened with some stuff. And it really is the end of the cycle with that. Like so many cycles ending for so many people. Cycles ending everywhere. 10 of Wands, 8 of Cups. It's the end of a problematic, burdensome cycle. And it will really serve you to walk away from it. Regardless of however much you might have set up on that mode of thinking, on that mode of being, on the way things were. Let's get a good shuffling for the sign of Aquarius for the month. Oh, here we go. Knight of Cups, there's that invitation again. 9 of Wands, you're still kind of reluctant to let go of the cycle. 10 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, and a 7 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Swords at the bottom of the deck with the Ace of Pentacles underneath that. Listen, you're kind of a decision away from the ultimate abundance. Yeah? Aquarius, let's round up this message now. And I think the real effectiveness of this message will be apparent once I just kind of clear out how it's your state of mind at this point. And moving into the age of Aquarius is going to kind of kick your butt a little bit if you're not becoming really aware of how important it is for you to understand how your abundance is tied to your frame of mind. And yeah, I mean, there's no other way to say it. You attract these offers, you attract these invitations, these new obsessions, these new loves, these exciting things, these fun things, these invitations, these offers, you know, these emotional things that happen to you in your life, right? Things that excite you emotionally, things that get your blood flowing again, the butterflies in your tummy. Once you let or put in perspective the burdens, the lack mindset, the paranoia, there's a lot of abundance. I mean, you had the 10 of Pentacles and you've got the 10 of Cups and you've got the Ace of Pentacles. It's literally a decision away. And where I was talking about self-mastery and where I was talking about having the need to be really quite defensive, it's a present energy, but this is space that you like fixating on certain things and being in your head about them and ruminating a little bit. And that is fine. But as long as it's done in moderation and as long as you understand that too much time spent in your head, excuse me, too much time spent in your head can have you going down certain rabbit holes that might lead you to feelings of, you know, real paranoia or feeling less than. Take the time to mentally decide. And this is it. This is entirely what's here. That you can work on the good and really get a massive payout from this good. If your decision to temper this defensiveness, this being on guardness, is a decision that you make. Does anyone receive more energy from sun sign or rising sign? I think it's like they complement each other. Like you've kind of got to make a way of figuring out the pattern between the sun, moon, and the rising, I think. And Venus is quite heavy in a lot of people's love charts. But yeah, watch the sign that is your sun, your moon, your rising, and then you get more of an in-depth understanding as to what's happening for you. But where were we, Aquarius? Invest in yourself in the right way. Seven of Pentacles. Really invest in growing whatever this is, because it will be really fruitful for you. There's invitations coming, and there's decisions that happen with the duality. That's just the nature of this season. The two little fishies will have you pulling in opposite directions, but it's about really coming into self, coming into the body, and really focusing at that point on being present with the self, that you decide which side of the fence you're on. A need for you to look at your less than feeling and actually embrace the fact that you can come out of the cold now because you've reached source. Eight of Swords, it is a prison of your own making. And please remind yourself to be present, and that this moment is wonderful if you decide to breathe, inhale and exhale, and remind yourself this prison is literally of your own making. And the fixity of Aquarius can sometimes lead to ruminating and stagnating. And it will best serve you when you get into that frame of mind to remind yourself that the burdens, the prison is of your own. And should you wish to stay there, you absolutely can. But should you wish to lift the heavy energy with the energy that is present at the moment, you're laughing. You're absolutely laughing in the month of March. That in your head energy, that emotional Pisces, two little fishes have you in this space, Aquarius. And this isn't a bad place to be, but it is something that is quite high voltage, because sitting there with your swords raised, waiting, being on guard, having the need to be really energies, like burning the candle at both ends even. That's not helpful. Put the swords down maybe. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Do I have any more questions? It's one question for one card, 1111 at PayPal Ruby Reads Tarot. Thank you for everyone who has been here today, joining me, and in the chat box. I love it when you guys talk to me. Let's get some more messages for the sign of Aquarius for the month of March 2021. I think, guys, I will have a more definitive schedule for next week, just while I'm here. A more definitive schedule, and I'll put it on the community section. Please, everybody, have your bell notification on. Thank you for everyone who supported me through this transition. A lot is changing, like I've said. There are things that are changing, including this setup. It's not permanent and it's not going to be forever. Nine of Wands. Before we get back to the message, Aquarius, just thank you for going with the flow with me. And it's fun to do this with your energy, because I love Aquarius energy with Virgo energy. My dad's an Aquarius, so I totally get you guys. Be very aware that you're at the end of a burdensome cycle, Aquarius. Things are really changing, and it's going to be time. It's going to be Q. It's going to be the invitation really soon for you to acknowledge that a lot of the burdens and the ones that you might have been carrying, you can let go of now. And when you let go of them, focus on your own frame of mind and how it might need some serious work. Ten of Cups and the Victory card. The month of March will be a victorious month. And it is one that is with a lot of emotional contentment and with a lot of support from family and friends. You will be celebrated once you decide to realign your focus and just do the inner work. Because these energies, like, the best way to just help you overcome this is appreciate and accept that you're at the end of a lesson, the end of a cycle. There is one more lesson before it's the 10 of Wands. And this is Pisces season, which is closing out a cycle. We move into the new year after this. Fix and do the hard work of coming out of this less than. Focus so heavily on being in the present moment. Okay? A lot of emotional contentment, a lot of emotional abundance, and the feelings of victory and being celebrated and joy. Have a beautiful, beautiful month, Aquarius. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you guys so much. Such wonderful Aquarius there. You guys are going to be playing, you're going to be coming back into the spotlight really soon. So gather your bearings, get your head right, and come back out. There's things that need doing. There's work that needs to be done. Thank you so much for watching. Keep your bell notifications on. We'll be going live again later this evening. I will have a definitive schedule next week for you for all the videos and all the signs. And I love you guys so much. Love to you all. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Coban. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, David. Thank you, Junior. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Anyone I might have missed. I'll catch you guys later. Have a beautiful Friday. I'll speak to you again soon. Ciao for now.